Guys, welcome back to our channel. It's your girl Tiana, and in today's video I will be sharing with you my labor and delivery story. This video was inspired by, firstly, I've seen other YouTubers talk about their miscarriages. I saw this one YouTuber, ZB Momologue. She posted a video about her labor and delivery story. Another one of my favorite YouTubers, Jamie from Jamie and Kahyan Grant, posted about her journey as a mother, how she became a mom. And then some weeks ago, it was in the media all over that Jodie and Ferron died as a result, or after giving birth. And then what really hit home for me was that my friend Tiana James, she also died in childbirth or relating to childbirth. So it was just a lot of things that contributed to me saying that I would talk about my journey. And I would just like to say, for persons who know of persons who lost their babies, or even lost their lives, condolences, because what people don't realize is that motherhood, like giving birth and that sort of thing, it's really, people always say it, and it sounds kind of cliche, but it's really a life and death situation. Like, you never know what you're gonna get. You're going there good, and then you come out dead, you understand? And I mean, it's not something to scare people, because a lot of persons have given birth and they're okay, but as I said, it's really a chance you take when you trod this road. So as we approach Mother's Day, we just want to take the time to salute mothers everywhere. Mothers who lost their babies, mothers who lost their lives in childbirth, and mothers who came out successful or victorious, blessed, lucky, because that could have been our fate, but we're here. And we just want to highlight mothers in general and just say, being a mom is no easy task, especially that first part of giving birth and stuff. So I'll begin. So my notes are over the camera, so that's why I'm looking up. All right, so a few days before I gave birth, I learned that I had to do a C-section. Apparently my pelvis bone, in the words of the doctor, my pelvis bone appeared as if I'm not gearing up to give birth, right? So in pregnancy, your body changes. People like to say your body loosen up, your bones them slacken up, because they're moving, they're setting up themselves for the passage of the baby in the birth canal. Yes. So apparently my body was not doing that. My body just never did cooperate at all. And about a week or two before I would have been due, my doctor told me that I have to come in next week for a scheduled C-section. So it wasn't a case where I went into labor and they found out that I couldn't push. They knew beforehand that it's not gonna work. I mean, you're this close to giving birth and your body is just not cooperating. So we're gonna have to do a C-section. So I remember I went in on a Valentine's Day. Yes. My baby father at the time brought me a teddy bear. That's how I remember. Say, yeah, I don't remember if it is a Tuesday before the Valentine's Day or it was a Valentine's Day itself. But whatever it was close to Valentine's Day, and I guess he didn't want me to go in and not have I don't know, but I got a teddy bear, and my mother and we prayed the morning and read the Bible and stuff. One thing to note though, during my pregnancy, I was a re-Christian. I say re-Christian because I was baptized when I was younger, and leading up to me giving birth, I re-baptized. I think I should share that story in a story time. So I was a Christian, traditional Christian, and my mother hold hands, I would pray and I would read the Bible. That's the only time my mother and I get along, when I am living the life that she wants me to live. That's another story. So the ultrasound gave me a due date for February 15. and by the records of the hospital, I got a due date for February 21. So somewhere in between those days, you know that it is a possibility that I might give birth. And usually they say when you're given a due date, it is a possibility that you might go 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after. So for me, I think my ultrasound was right on target because I actually went into labor on the 15th of February. Alright, so the morning I was going down, we prayed. I went to work. Important to note, I went to work straight up until the time that I should go on maternity leave. So I would have been at work the Friday and I would have gone in to the hospital the Wednesday. So I just took the weekend and the Monday and Tuesday and rest, and then I was in by the Wednesday morning. All right, so how I felt. So I went into the hospital. Because I'm doing surgery, I can't eat food. I could not eat. I was placed on a drip. I remember I was on 5 West at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital. They call it the slaughter hall because everybody on the ward there, a C-section them get. So you had East where you go after you have your baby. So that was like the recovery section, and then West was where you are before you go into surgery. So I remember me and the girls, we talked. We enjoyed the moments leading up to the grand finale. Some of them were close to their surgery date and some had a longer time. Alright, so I remember sometimes people just have like constant bawling in pain and anguish and agony, and I was just there reading my Bible and I was praying and I was saying, God, take control, this is it, I can't do anything more. You allowed me to be here because I believe that to be pregnant is a blessing, it's a gift, because a lot of women try to get pregnant every day and they are not successful. And so I believe that if I get pregnant, when I got pregnant, I was blessed, and so I was grateful to God, and I said, God, this is you have to do something, and that was that. So the reality is that, well, what they say is that when you're at the hospital and you bawl and go on with yourself, the nurses don't actually pay your mind. And I don't think it is necessarily true. There are cases where you can say, the nurse are at the stand, we are bawl and whatever. Sometimes they know that it is what it is. I mean, you are going to cry, you're in pain, you're in agony. So coming to you to say, oh, you're all right. I mean, no, you're not all right. So coming to you and asking you that question is really just a waste of time. Anyways, the following day I was prepared and taken to surgery. So by prepared, I was told to take a shower. One of the nurses aid persons, they shaved my belly and my private part, and they inserted a catheter and attached my urine bag. So of course I'm not eat, but when I go into surgery, I'm gonna have to pass. And when I come out of surgery, I'm going to be a little bit bedridden, so I need my urine bag. Anyways, they took me to the theater. Down there was cold. I remember it like yesterday, down there cold. And you could see like practitioners walking up and down, doing what they're doing, because remember it's a hospital, so every hour on the hour you have emergencies. So they took me down, but then they had to take me back up because apparently persons who were expected to do natural birth, they come into complications, because this is just what it is. Like, you go into the hospital, you don't know what is going to happen. You go in there normal, and then the next thing you know, you can't deliver vaginally. You have to be taken to the theater for them to do an emergency C-section. So on the day in question, that was what was happening a lot. Like, there was a lot of emergency C-sections and stuff. So because I wasn't an emergency at the time, I was taken back to my ward. So I was taken back to my ward. Later that day, I began to go into labor. So I was calm because I said, all right, this is it. It doesn't make any sense. I panic. It's not gonna, just relax and stuff. So I was calm, but I was pacing up and down the hall. Like, I was up and down. And I was like, nurse, I'm feeling pain in here, because I was worried. Even though I was trying to remain calm, I was worried because they said that if I don't do a C-section, because when I was told that I was supposed to do a C-section, I'm gonna start back and I said, Lord Jesus. I was told like if I didn't do the C-section, the fact that the bone is still in the way, when the baby attempts to come down, when the baby starts coming down and you can't stop that, she's going to damage her head and my pelvis bone. So anyways, I said to the nurse, say, listen, I'm in a pain, and I come here fret no, come I want to start labor and then contractions and this and that, and then the baby start coming down and me not have no help, so I start ball out from early. Not list early, but just to see, you know, nurse, I'm feeling a little bit of pain. Remember that I can't push, my pelvis bone is in the way, you know. So anyways, I was walking up and down and the pain became unbearable. I was laboring for 1 minute every minute. So if you do the maths, I was laboring constantly, like contraction. I remember I went back to the bed and I lay down because at this time I'm weak now, I can't walk. So I'm gonna lie down, I'm gonna call my sister and say, all right, sis, we gotta pray. So I called my sister, she's a Christian, so I called her and we were there praying. And you know, I remember every minute my face said to her, girl, hold on, because the pain was just coming, and then we get at ease, and then it was still there now, like the ning is just still there, but then the contractions coming every minute. So I said, all right girl, this not gonna work. I know I need help. So a nurse, we prayed for about 2 hours. Should I pray so? 2 hours are an hour and something. If I not, it's not more than 2 hours, but it's a little bit over an hour. Anyways, I pray. I say, all right, God, take control. So after a while, a nurse came and she was checking me. See? So she said, all right, I'm gonna call the doctor here. And I pull back the sheet over my body. So I said, why I call the doctor? Well, the way how she responded to me, she seemed a little bit worried. So me start fret more. And I say, but me I be calm. I fret in my head, like my blood pressure really I go high because I fret, but me nah. So I said, why can't I call the doctor? She said, no man, I call the doctor. So anyways, I didn't like that answer. So me grab my towel. I mean, can't see my belly big. So me use the towel and I wipe down there. And when the towel come back up, I saw blood and slime. So I'm gonna start plead the blood of Jesus. I'm gonna say, Lord of his mercy, God, the blood of Jesus is against Satan. I'm gonna start with myself. I'm gonna say, God, you have to do something. You have to take control. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna say, God, help me. And me I fret, I'm just worried, I just can't. One of the reasons why I was really worried was one of my friends, we went into hospital pretty much the same time. I don't think she was a scheduled C-section, I think she was an emergency. And she had a C-section, and when she came from surgery, she could not see. I happened to talk to her after the surgery, and when she started telling me all of the things, I'm tell her, I said, listen, tell me this still me don't have my baby, because right now you make me fret. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to start praying, read my Bible. Anyways, after my wife and there's blood and slime, I'm pray, I asked God. Then the doctor came and then it was like, how you doing? And I try to make small talk, and I check me again. So I said, Doc, why don't you keep checking me when you guys already stated that I was not able to push? Like, one I check for, and by checking, you know, they're checking to see how many centimeters they're at. So I say, why am I going to keep a check? There's nothing going on down there. I'm just there. But I remain calm, because nobody come ill treat me. And so someone just stay there and I relax myself. And he said that we're going to take it down now, you hear? I said, all right. And they put me on the stretcher. I call it a stretcher. Then put me on one bed, remove the wheels, and then start to carry me. So they took me in the elevator and we go down to the theater and whatever. Back in the cold place again. In the cold, I have my little bath with my baby things them over there, so, and we went down and they took me into the theater and I was lying down in pain. Me I try fast. I try to look around to see how the place stay, but me in a pain and me a bar like me not hurt, but the tears are coming and I'm praying and I said, God, take control, you are the doctor here, do this, do that. And I was just anyways, they started to ask me questions. What is my name? What's my address? What kind of baby am I supposed to have? If I have a name picked out and all of that. In case of an emergency, who do they call? And of course, they would have had all of these or most of these details written down in my docket somewhere. But I'm thinking it was just to calm me down. Because them sister me did a panic. And I was panicking because I said, gosh, me in a labor. I'm not supposed to in a labor. Anything can happen, I have to start push. What me I gonna do and whatever. So them put me on the bed and them stretch out my hand. I remembered like it yesterday. Them stretch out my hands like my Jesus on the cross. I don't know. Them I put in the vein them and them I give me all of my things them. And I think they gave me a breathing tube and they told me to inhale. This is when they were giving me the gas. So they put me to sleep, because I'm thinking it was because I'm already in a labor, because at the time I was told that they don't put people to sleep anymore, then they just deaden down the sun, whatever, but me they already in a labor, so I'm thinking that is why they put me to sleep. So the nurses, the doctors, and they were in the room, prepping the room, and then put on the mask and the inhale, and I could still hear them talking to me, say, I'm still there, I'm not gone yet, because I didn't want them to start cutting, like me that fright. I didn't want them to start cutting my belly and me still awake and I can't feel it. So I said, I'm still there, I start just hold my hand, and them give me it again. And the next thing I know, I was saying, my name is, and I tell them my name. Someone said, wait, you just tell them my name. But at this time, the surgery was finished. I don't know one thing what happened at the surgery. The surgery was finished. When they were asking me my name, they were removing my tube, my breathing tube, and they bring me back out to the, like, it was like to a corner of the theater until I recovered. So it was like a recovery area. Like when I was fully awake, not out of the anesthesia, then bring me back upstairs. At the time they told me that my baby was in the nursery because she passed feces inside, so they had to take her to the nursery and whatever. So I was taken to my room, to the witness area, to the recovery ward, and I was there, and I went to sleep, I think, and then later on down, they came to me and I was like, where's my baby clothes? So I said, what? I said, I left my baby clothes down there. It's a red and white chemise with red hat, red socks. I remember like it was yesterday, because I was saying it's a Valentine's baby and we want her in a red and white. So I said, them said, no clothes and dead and whatever. I said, all right. So I took out another set. I remember it was a pink chemise and pink socks, pink hat with princess on the front. And I sent it down, and the next thing I know, they were coming with my bundle of joy. She did pink. I was like, what baby this? Is it mine? She pink. And they brought my baby to me. And oh, they need some food. I think themselves a breastfeeder or something like so. But that's the end of the story. I mean, it was very frightening, right? But I survived, and unfortunately a lot of women don't go through this and survive. And I mean, I really feel some type of way. And to the family of Jodie and Ferron and Tiana James, I just want to say condolences to y'all, especially Tiana James, because I knew her personally. Like, it really wrapped my bone, it wrapped my body, because Tiana had so much potential, and to this day it is so surreal. Like, me can't believe say this girl is dead, but life. So thank you so much for allowing me to share my story with you. If you have any experience that you'd like to share, please feel free to do so in the comments. If you have any questions, please also share those in the comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, this is Tiana signing out. Peace.